At some point between 1980 and 2022, almost everyone has been a fan of at least one of the following names. WWE was and is pure entertainment for the world where professional wrestlers take on one another for the ultimate title and money. Since the wrestling platform itself has a whopping net worth of $5.71 billion, how can we expect any less from the superstars it has produced? From our beloved The Rock to today's wrestling stars, here's how many dimes some of the richest fighters in the WWE make. First up, we have Chris Jericho, $18 million. The Canadian-American professional wrestler stands at an eye-popping net worth of $18 million. The 51-year-old fighter, who also appears to be a musician, made his World Wrestling Federation debut back in 1999. Jericho has many prestigious WWE titles to his name, including being a record 9-time Intercontinental Champion, the first ever undisputed WWF Champion after he defeated Stone Cold and The Rock in one night, and 6-time WWE World Champion. It's best to add here that Jericho is also the 4th Grand Slam Champion and the 9th Triple Crown Champion in the history of WWE. As for how he makes his fortune, well, he has various means of income apart from his current $500,000 per annum salary. Jericho also owns a private cruise ship named the Norwegian Pearl, where he has hosted 2 successful events. He also enjoyed a notable music career, being the lead singer in a heavy metal band named Fozzy. Talk about diversity. Next, Undertaker, $18 million. There's hardly anyone who has watched WWE like a true fan and doesn't love Undertaker. He just isn't one of the most popular wrestlers of all time, but his name has turned into a pop culture reference to purge fear, and the peeps in the 90s can relate too. The legendary American professional wrestler started his career way back in 1984, and since then has won 7 world championships. The Undertaker has always been a crowd puller, and that's why he has enjoyed high-paying endorsement deals and WWE salaries throughout his career. According to several sources, The Undertaker has a whopping net worth of between $18 and $20 million. Unlike the rest of the wrestlers, Taker used to appear on limited occasions, but he charged a massive fee of $2.5 million annually for those valuable cameos. We know it's hard to imagine Taker anywhere other than the ring, but he took his chances and starred in his debut movie in 1991, named The Suburban Commando. The pro wrestler must have loved the experience, and that's why he went on to take guest roles on Poltergeist. Then we have Big Show, $20 million. Just like his name suggests, Big Show earns big when it comes to pro wrestling. The 50-year-old WWE superstar is a 7-time world champion, 2-time world heavyweight champion, 2-time WWF WWE champion, and ECW world heavyweight champion. As one of the heaviest wrestlers in WWE, his weight isn't the only heavy that stands out. The 420-pound fighter is worth an estimated $20 million. He earned most of his fortune through his wrestling career, but like almost every other WWE fighter, he has also taken his chances in the acting world as well. The Big Show earned millions through his appearances at events and various reality TV shows, such as Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? He recently earned a huge amount starring on his own show on Netflix, The Big Show Show. The Big Show has also tried his hands in real estate. He purchased his first home back in 2001 as he racked in a 3,856 square foot house for $680,000. He also owns a second home in Miami, which is worth a massive $3.7 million. Next on the list is Brock Lesnar, $25 million. Brock Lesnar is one of the top paid WWE superstars who has a mind-blowing net worth of $25 million. According to reports, Brock Lesnar is currently the highest paid WWE superstar at the moment, as he takes a massive paycheck of $12 million as his base salary. Not only that, but he also racks in a whopping $500,000 per main event appearance. When the entire arena comes to see you, one deserves to bathe in millions. Who is also a former mixed martial artist, has experienced the best of everything, whether it's UFC, football, or wrestling. He is truly one of the most entertaining WWE superstars and has always been a fan favorite. Lesnar is a real crowd puller, as he was the one to bring in some of the most commercially successful pay-per-view events in UFC history. Lesnar was also one of the highest paid UFC performers, with a total earning of $5.3 million in terms of bonuses and salary. So it's safe to say that Brock has had more than one way to hook in those millions. And then we have Stone Cold Steve Austin, $30 million. Early fans of WWE, WWF may remember Steve Austin, aka Stone Cold, as a wrestler who could raise hell in the ring. Austin is undisputably one of the biggest names in the history of wrestling. Famous for his rivalry with Mr. McMahon, now don't we all love that? Stone Cold connected with the audience on so many levels, with the storyline of an employee making his boss's life a living hell. When he was forced to retire due to his injuries in 2003, Stone Cold took the opportunity to become a money-making machine in other fields. He is now a successful producer, actor, and TV host. Austin joined the World Champion Wrestling in 1990, however, he soon realized that his good guy persona wasn't getting him anywhere. This is where he took the name Stunning Steve Austin, and the rest is history. The Stone Cold Stunner also tried his WWE, WWF storyline personas in the acting world as well, and luckily landed a few roles in The Condemned and The Longest Yard. Up next, John Cena, $80 million. Perhaps one of the most notable names in WWE history, John Cena is a widely loved WWE superstar who also happens to be one of the wealthiest. If John Cena's entrance anthem doesn't raise the hair on the back of your neck, can you really call yourself a true WWE fan? Joining the wrestling world back in 2000, John John Cena is one of the few wrestlers who enjoys a very successful career both inside and outside of the ring. He has a long list of accomplishments to his name, and that's why he deserves every penny of his $80 million fortune. John Cena's wrestling portfolio enjoys record-breaking feats such as being a 16-time WWE World Champion, 2-time World Tag Team Champion, and 3-time US Champion. At one point, he was the highest-paid wrestler in WWE and earned a whopping $9.5 million from other projects. The surprising thing is that fans love him more on-screen than in the ring. That's right, Cena's $80 million fortune is also thanks to many big-budget movies he has starred in, which includes names like F9, Trainwreck, Suicide Squad, and the recent hit HBO series Peacemaker. Next, Triple H, $150 million. Triple H is a household name, and no one can say that he didn't enjoy the family drama in the ring. Yes, Triple H is the lucky WWE champ who married Vince McMahon's daughter, Stephanie. It was all uphill from there on as he joined the family business and served as the executive vice president of live events and talent at the WWE. Before getting into the family business, Triple H enjoyed a glorified career so much that he won 14 world championships along with other titles. In 2016, Triple H earned a massive amount of $15 million, making him one of the top-paid celebrities in WWE's history. Triple H also took his creativity outside of the ring and made appearances on several TV shows, including The Bernie Mac Show and The Pacific Blue. Other ventures such as appearing in movies like Blade Trinity and The Chaperone added to his massive fortune. Even though Triple H announced his retirement in 2021, he still earns a massive $2.8 million paycheck as the executive vice president. As the COO for WWE and probably the next in line after McMahon, no one can really say how many more millions Triple H will be swimming in by then. And then we have The Rock, $800 million. There hasn't been a WWE wrestler as rich, famous, and successful as The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson graced the WWE WWF ring in 1996, and since then has gone on to become the People's Champion. Dwayne's $1 million smile and killer smolder are what led him into people's hearts after an amazing wrestling career, and when you have a face like him, it's better to put it to use in Hollywood to earn a few more million. The most famous mainstream wrestling star spread his mojo to LA and fished in the title of the highest earning Hollywood actor in 2019. He reportedly charges an eye-popping $20 million per film and is also the second richest man in the WWE franchise next to its owner, Vince McMahon. Dwayne Johnson has graced the big screen with blockbuster movies like the Jumanji franchise, The Mummy Returns, Rampage, Moana, and San Andreas. He also happens to be in several Fast and the Furious movies, which reportedly earned billions at the box office. That's a wrap for this video. Who is your favorite WWE wrestler? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!